Welcome to Accessible Globe TV, where today we have a look at the Magic Mobility Extreme X8 wheelchair. Many people have asked me about a chair that I often use called the Extreme X8, or we'll just call it the X8 from now on, and where I found it, what it's like. It's a fantastic four-wheel drive wheelchair designed and manufactured in Australia by Magic Mobility, and it really opens the world up in a way that no other wheelchair does. Today, we're going to do a two-part version of this, and today we are going to have a look at the first drive that I took in my new X8 when I got it. I was fairly nervous. I thought we'd have a look at the first drive, and then in a couple of weeks we'll see how far I may have progressed. Let's start off by having a look at the first day. We were out at a friend, Lee Welburn's property. He invited us to go out there and took the chair out. We took it off at the gate and I started motoring through some, what doesn't look like it, but it's some pretty loose sand out there, and he's got a fair bit of scrub as well. So we'll just have a look as I get going. We were with Marg and Kevin Ross as well. Here we go past the car and through a little bit of foliage and off into some deeper sand, and then along the road. It's quite deep sand there, you just can't really see it. Sort of get an idea there, and we're heading off down towards the beach. It's a beautiful property, and you'll see that they've got a great spot there. Here we are getting down towards the beach. You can see, as I said, it's a beautiful spot. I was a little bit nervous, and look, we probably had the tyres a little bit overinflated. You're supposed to have them at £4 or something, and you look at it and you're used to having tyres inflated and you go, no, that can't be right. The chair actually performs a lot better when the tyres, of course, are underinflated. It is a four-wheel drive. Same principle as letting some air out in your car. Here I go for my first trip. You can see the sand's quite loose there. And Lee said, come on, you can't do it in real life. This is your chance. Go for a walk along the beach. Something I could never do. I should say I've had an X8 before, but it was a long time ago on an earlier model. Many years ago. So this was my first walk along the beach with this one. And it is a wonderful feeling of freedom, let me tell you. I hate watching other people walk along the beach and not being able to go. Now I can go. And you do see some great sights, which you'll see just one of them in a minute. There they are, the soldier crabs. See, if you can't get along the beach, you rarely see fantastic stuff like this. And if you'll pardon the pun or the stupidness of the comment, I was kind of jumping up and down with joy at the time. But just great to see, and makes you realise how wonderful it is to have a chair like the Magic Mobility X8. Oh, they're running away from me. So after looking at the soldier crabs, we decided to go out into some of the scrub. Again, a little bit of trepidation going there. I had Kevin walking beside me. And there is actually a kangaroo up on the paddock on the left there, but you just unfortunately can't really see it in the video. Again, something you don't normally get to see if you don't have a wheelchair that can take you to places like that. And that's what it was like. I mean, we were going through some pretty thick scrub, and Kevin was going before me and letting the branches whip back and hit me in the face and enjoying his day. But that's just a quick look at the very, very first drive of my Magic Mobility X8, and we're going to show you in a couple of weeks how much braver I've got and some of the things that it can do. If you want to know more, you can look it up on YouTube, and their promotional videos show you just how extreme you can get. But it's nice to, I guess, have a look at what it was like the very first time and see how easy it is to navigate it. Now, I did say I'd had an X8 before, but it was many years ago, and I'd used it to get around the world and use it in inaccessible places to help make them more accessible, I guess. So that's just the Magic Mobility Extreme X8. We hope you enjoyed our little look at it. We'd like to thank some people who've been supporting us. The Hello World Travel in Hervey Bay, who are taking our bookings for our November trip to Thailand, which we will tell you about, and anyone from anywhere in the world can join us on that trip. It's completely, fully accessible and an absolute load of fun. We've got Totally Mobile in Hervey Bay, who can rent you a scooter and also rent you a wheelchair, anything at all, when you're on the Fraser Coast, if you want to get around and have a look. And we're hoping that at some stage Lee will have a X8 for rent so that people can actually get along the beach, down on his beach as well. That would be great. Thanks to Simple Solutions, who really look after us, and last but not least, to the Australian government for the National Disability Insurance Scheme, which has changed my life and made it easier for me to bring you these programs. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back in a few days with something fun. Until then, thanks for watching Accessible Globe TV.